Didn't like the cold, and can't say that I blame him. But I know Dad was long-winded, and he'd probably say, "That's okay. You're gonna be warm in a little while when you get back in your car. But it's gonna be a couple hours from now because he's gonna preach and he's gonna sing." So I hope y'all wrapped up real warm today because it might be a couple hours. No, we're not gonna do that to you. But um, Dad was known as Ted. Some of y'all heard him called Teddy. Theodore Model T. That was his CB handle. Was the Model T. We drive around in the car, and I'd sit by him next to him. I said, "Let me talk on the CB." Be all right. So I'd get on there and thought I was something big, 50 years ago. Get to talk on the CB. And I'll never get to remember, and I'd always say, "Yeah, this is the Model T," and I remember his CB call sign was KMW 3917 was his actual numbers. And I'd get to thought I was something big back then, getting to do that. But Dad grew up in the good old boy era when a handshake and your word of mouth meant more than a credit card today. And that's what he lived by throughout until the time he died. We still had to keep telling him, "Dad, you can't trust us now. Can't do that now. They're gonna scam you. They're gonna take it from you." No, no, no. He's my buddy. They're my good old boys, he'd say. But that's just the way Dad was. He may not have had a lot, but what he had, he would give. Said I wasn't going to do that. But he told me not too long ago. He said, "Son," he said, "you better preach and speak at my funeral." And I said, "All right." So I debated, and I thought, "Lord, if I don't, he's gonna come out of that urn and slap me a little bit." He never knew a stranger. He probably's already met everybody that's in this graveside in heaven already. "Hey, I'm Ted." He's probably already been up there singing and running around, letting everybody know who he is, because that's the way Dad was. He wanted to just always give and love and show that. Did he steer? We all have steered the wrong path sometimes in life, but God's grace was able to bring him back to where he needed to be. And we all could stand there and say that, because there's not a one of us that haven't strayed. But throughout the years, Dad always told me one thing. This is Dad's Bible, by the way. So we're 50-something years old. And I don't want to lose any of his papers or anything he had in it. But I remember this when I was a little kid, and he always had this. He had many Bibles, but this was his main Bible. If I can read it here without crying. He always told me, "Son, if you never need to get a hold of God," his phone number was Jeremiah 33:3. And it said, "Call unto me, and I will answer thee, and show thee great and mighty things which thou knowest not." When I went in the military, I couldn't tell you how many letters and cards that I got from that. And in every single one of them on the bottom, "If you ever need God," Jeremiah 33:3. And of course, I didn't pay attention to a lot of it. Okay, I'm out here in the middle of the ocean. I'm overseas. I'm doing my thing. That was the problem I was doing. So for years, doing our own thing is not what we're supposed to do. However, we have that grace of God. And Renee already mentioned about the cross. And that was kind of ironic, because we've got the cross. And in a song we're going to play here in just a little while, I'm sure everybody here knows it. You'll know exactly what we're talking about when we play it. Just sing along with it, if you will. But I'll just go ahead and tell you it's the old rugged cross. Because it tells in there, the parts of the song says, "And someday I'll exchange it for a crown." Well, Dad's done his time, and he's now exchanged his cross that he's knelt out many times for his crown. And I believe that in my heart. So when Tom gets ready to speak, and I appreciate y'all being here.
Just listen to what he has to say, because I'm sure the words that he's going to say and should mean something to somebody. And just as Dickie was saying earlier, what we wanted to make sure that from Dad, because he preached and sang right up to the end. Didn't matter. But don't let it be too late for you to. You can always go to that cross, but don't let it be too late. If you ever need to call on God, He's always there. Jeremiah 33:3.